Shannon.
Oh, hi,
What's
David.
going on, Shannon? I'm
It's so good to talk
good.
to you.
I know
it is.
it's been a long time.
It has. It really, like, when you think about it, how many years have gone by. But yet I feel like I had just seen you. I feel like I just talking to you. So I'm thrilled to be talking to you again and talking about all this new stuff and just kind of catching up.
Yes, absolutely. And I was like, you know, when the group had broke up, I tell you, I'm sure you probably knew because I mean we've talked and I told you I was like I was very sad.
I know.
I was heartbroken because everybody in high school was like, David loved Danny DeCane. Everybody in middle school was like, David loved Danny DeCane, and but I'm glad that you're still doing your music and doing your thing. But tell the listeners who may not know who you are, tell them about you.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, the main thing is Danny DeCane. That's what I started off doing. I was doing Fame actually on NBC with Debbie Allen before that, and then Danny DeCane came along making the band and 4 seasons on MTV, multi-platinum albums sold. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm actually even talking about my career. It's really weird. It's like I'm talking to a whole other person. It's just been an amazing roller coaster, and I'm still pursuing. I took some time off, spent time with hubby, moved back home and just a little chill time and kind of just researched my soul again. And I've always been a country girl at heart, so I'm just diving into that genre right now and writing hard and working on my EP and working on the next journey.
That is awesome. And speaking of your EP, you have a new song called I'm Out. Tell everybody about that song because I love it. And I feel like it describes, a situation that everybody goes through in life. Tell them about that.
Yes. Yeah. As a songwriter, you really want, and this, you sing and write and you do your thing. You want to be relatable, but you also don't want to sacrifice your own story and your own emotions. So it's finding that storyline that everyone can kind of relate to. And I'm Out, it's across the board. I mean, it could be a work situation, it could be a relationship, it could be anything. And there's that frustrated moment of just the ultimate emotion of, you know what, I'm done, I'm out, and if you can't figure it out, then I kind of don't even want to talk to you right now, like if you're that oblivious to it. And I hate to say it, but my inspiration was the breakup. And it's not towards anyone in particular or anything in particular. It was just my whole mountain of emotions that was going on. And, once the breakup happened, or more or less, once Diddy disbanded us, you just had so many people, saying they were sad, and we were sad too. You had so many people saying you got to get back together, and it was not the type of thing that was in our kind of control, and yet it wasn't the type of thing we could really talk about, and there was just so much going on, and I went right down to Nashville, and I started writing and working with people and talking with people, and I was in a songwriting session, and Ty Smith, who actually I'm producing this album with, we wrote it together, and I told him what I was feeling, and I'm like, I feel left and right, I feel up and down, I feel everywhere, and at the end of the day, all I can say is I'm out. I'm kind of exhausted, and I'm done. I'm ready to kind of move on. And he's like, okay, let's write it. Let's do it, and that's what we did. Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of about the breakup.
Yeah, and you know what though, and that was something that was emotional for all of you, like.
Yeah.
And it was tough. I could only imagine, from, it was just crazy.
It was, and the thing is, too, like, we totally understand it was just as emotional for all you guys, all our fans. I hate to be fans, because fans feels like, we always say family, our family.
Right.
It's like we understand you guys are on this journey with us. You're right there with us from day one when we didn't even know if we are going to make a group. You guys supported us, so we understand that everyone is going through that together, And I apologize if any of you ever felt alienated during that process. So much of it was we didn't know what was going on, or we couldn't answer questions. And so sometimes what you do is you just go. You go away, and you just try and deal with it yourself, unfortunately.
Right. So let's get into a little bit about the, Danny DeCane Bad Boy experience. How was it for you, like, overall?
Overall, looking back, I would say it was an education, and in a good way. Like, I've learned so much about this business, and that's why now as an independent artist, I feel like I can move forward as an independent artist because I have so much knowledge and understanding now of how it works and just a great team to have around you. So I'm so thankful for the whole experience. There's a lot of stressful moments, a lot of things that I always joke about. I'm still in therapy over, some of the things that Diddy had us do on that show. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not fair. This is not right. But yet, in the long run, I know he was just preparing us for the crazy business. He knows how insane his business is, so he was just kind of throwing things left and right at us and kind of seeing if we'd float or sink. So I don't have any regrets. I don't have any animosity towards anything. I welcomed it and I learned a lot and I enjoyed it. I mean, not many people can say they've experienced, what we did. So I'm like thrilled. I'm not about to cry about it at all. It was wonderful.
Right. It's like you guys really gained a lot of success. I mean, with Danity Kane, it felt like I was literally practically there because, me and Dawn, were close friends and stuff like that. So I was practically there. And, seeing y'all tour with, being on the Back to Basics tour with Christina Aguilera and then going from that to being in the Book of World Records and having 2 platinum albums and headlining your own tour, like, that's an amazing accomplishment.
Seriously, I mean, that's your dream as an artist, to do that and almost have a checklist like that and accomplish these things. So the fact that it really happened, it's very surreal to me, even looking back. Like, I look back at pictures or videos, and I'm still like, gosh, that girl looks a lot like me, but it doesn't feel like it really was me. That's crazy that I got to experience that. And you kind of, I really try to stay sensitive the whole time to not ever take it for granted, because I know how fleeting this business can be, and how you're in one day, out the next. And I think we all try to do that. We all try to really take it and absorb it and appreciate it, because we knew it was a rare opportunity.
Right. And how was it working with Diddy? Because, I mean, I've heard the stories, the goods, the bads.
Oh,
but I want to
Diddy,
know from Shannon's perspective, how was it working with him?
Oh, he still makes me nervous. I have always been the student that always really, really respects the teacher, and tries to learn what I can. And, whether we always agreed on everything or not, I know that he knows his business, and I wanted to take what I could from him, and he's a great businessman, whether we agreed all the time or not, So I really just tried to absorb everything he did and how he would handle things and handle us. And I think one of the best pieces of advice from the very beginning that he would give us, we were making our first, video, making our first album, and we wanted so bad to be wearing, the Louis Vuittons and, being all to the hilt, just diva'd out. Because we're like, yes, we've arrived. We're here. And he's like, okay, slow down. You can't go there yet. You're still in development. Everyone knows you as these Making the Band girls that they've cried with and that they came alongside in this journey. You can't just jump all of a sudden to these, stiletto rockin' divas, because you're not them yet. You got to develop it, and the fans know you as this, and you got to stay real to them. So they got to watch your entire journey. And I was like, wow, that's really true. If we just jumped right into these crazy, rockin' divas, people would be like, well, who are they now? I don't know who they are. So he really helped us transform into who we became again. He didn't let us get too excited or too full of ourselves, kept us grounded. Believe it or not, he really did.
That's good. That's good to hear a good story about Diddy, because, like I told you, I've heard the good, the bad, the nasty. I've heard it all.
We had an argument one time, but it didn't catch it on camera. They didn't get the cameras. Believe it or not, I argued with him.
Thank God, because those cameras were everywhere.
I still have to pat my chest to make sure my microphone isn't on. I still subconsciously feel like I'm being recorded all the time, and I'm always watching what I say and watching what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, is my mic on? Oh my gosh! So it's amazing. 4 years of it, it really gets to you.
And how was the auditioning process?
Oh my goodness! I watched, Aubrey and Drea go through that first season, And then when Diddy came on the screen, I was like, okay, I'm looking for more. I was like, okay, I have to audition, and I have to do this. So I flew down to San Francisco. What's my audition? Stood in line for 7 hours. And I'm like, I don't know what I am doing right now. I must be crazy. Out of all thousands of these girls standing here, I'm standing for 7 hours to maybe get 10 seconds of singing and hope they give me a chance. So that was intense. And then the whole New York process was beyond intense. I mean, you guys really saw it all. There was nothing, no tears are really hidden from anything. I think, someone asked me the other day, like, gosh, was it intimidating being around, Oh, and actually they asked, how, was there really bad singers, like, in the house? Was there anyone that was like, oh, my gosh, stop singing? I was like, no, more or less everyone was really good, and they still wouldn't stop singing. Like, every corner you turned, every bathroom you walked into, people were just belting for no reason, just singing all the time. And you're just like, can you please stop? Like, we're not auditioning right now. We're just trying to get ready for bed. Like, take the toothbrush down and let's just go to bed right now. I think that was the most irritating thing.
I can't with you. You said take a toothbrush.
Take a toothbrush, just put it down, go to bed, get your Proactiv on your face, and just go to sleep.
Oh, my goodness. And definitely, like I would say with this show, you were always the one that was consistent. And there was never a moment where it seemed like Shannon did anything wrong, from the dancing, like vocally, like I'm sure, and I know that you went through a lot of training before making the band, like you were on Fame and stuff like that. Now, how long have you been dancing?
Gosh, I've been dancing since I was 6, so my whole life I've been just dancing and performing, so it's definitely in my blood. That's why I'm like, I can't imagine doing anything else.
I know that's right. And I'm a high five you on starting dancing at 6 because that's when I started.
Yes, nice. It's a good age to start.
Yeah, because you really, that's when you start to, be like, this, I want to be this, I want to be that. That's where it truly all starts.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's when you kind of find your passion. I think that's when you're young enough to not feel like people are going to judge you for what you want to do, and you try it. You kind of have that fearless thing going on when you're a child, and imagination to go along with it. And if you keep fueling it and keep feeding that right desire and dream, then it can definitely come true. So
no, that's right. So Shannon, I am dying. I am dying to play I'm Out for That. I'm going to play it throughout the show. But can you do me the honors? We'll do everybody the honors of introducing I'm Out.
Oh, I would love to. Everybody, I am so thrilled and so honored to be announcing my new single, I'm Out. You're going to love it. You all have been so supportive, and I can't thank you enough. So here it is.
Okay, and I am back with Shannon Beck, formerly of Danity Kane. And if you guys are now just tuned in, you're tuned into The Biz with G. So, Shannon, I got to ask you, we're going to take a step these questions back a little bit. So, who are some of your musical influences?
Oh, my goodness. Well, gosh, I started dancing when I was 6, so as a dancer, pretty much anything and everything can influence you, from classics to jazz. I used to love listening to Natalie Cole growing up, and then Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, and then my country influences. Garth Brooks is a huge one for me. It's across the board. It's the Eagles, and now it's like Maroon 5. I love listening to what they bring out, and even Bruno Mars inspires me. So it's really, truly across the board.
Now, since you've mentioned Bruno Mars, and I'm a Bruno Mars fan, what is your favorite Bruno Mars song?
Woo! He's got so many good songs. I love what he did with Grenade, and I was loving that song before he even put it out as his single. And I was actually choreographing a dance to it, and I was showing hubby. I was like, listen. He's like, yeah, okay. And then it just hit hard. He's like, okay, this song is dope. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. So Grenade is pretty tight.
Now, have you had the pleasure of meeting him?
I have. Drea and I hosted a little concert down in Cali. I think I can't remember exactly where we were. It was at King's Fair. And actually, Bruno hadn't come out with his CD yet, and he was one of the headliners. And so we sat alongside the stage, and he was performing, and I'm like, wow, he is incredible. He's such a performer. He's so enthusiastic. Like, I was a fan from that moment. And then he started singing Damage. I was like, okay, you won me over. It's okay. You won me over. And he splashes his cute little smile over his shoulder at us. I'm like, okay, I'm a fan. And then his album came out, and I'm like, you're killer. So I totally respect him as a musician, as a performer, as a writer. He is the whole package, and I know he's been on the game for a while, but I think his time, it hit, and that's so much about being an artist at the right place at the right time and with the right sound, and I think that's, it was his moment, and that was beautiful, so I'm excited for him to continue his success.
Okay, so what is the craziest thing that a fan has done to get your attention?
Craziest thing a fan has done to get my attention? I don't know, I might have blocked it out. We never had any, Day 26 had a lot of crazy kind of stories and followers and fans. Like, they'd be lined up down the halls. And we would talk about that as Danity Kane. We'd be like, no one's crazy. Like, our fans are cool. Like, no one's, like, psychotic. That's nice. So I can't think of anything. I'd like to say, like, something really crazy right now, but I can't. Everyone's been really great. I feel bad when I see, like, the fans in our hotel lobby, like, sleeping in the lobby, and they're in the same clothes, like, for 3 days in a row, and and they're just wanting autographs and pictures. Like, that's intense. I think it's cool. I think it's really awesome that they're that determined. So that might be the craziest thing, sleeping in the lobby.
So never really crazy, just a wow factor kind of to you, like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, more. I respect that. Hey, that's awesome. And yeah, no one's gotten crazy on us. I'm sure Aubrey has some good crazy fan stories. She, for some reason, I feel like they would have gravitated to her. I could just see her eyes right now, just thinking about it.
Her AOD entourage.
Yes, I'm sure.
They are crazy on Twitter, like, woo!
They're awesome. I'm like, they are an army. Like, this is an army, and I'm like, you are an army. That's awesome. That's what you need, as an artist, that just support. There's nothing like it. I mean, we can't do it without everybody, so.
That's true.
Gosh,
now, callers, if you want to speak to Shannon, make sure you guys call in right now, or if you're on the phone line right now, make sure you guys press 1-858-956-2110, because Shannon wants to, speak to you guys, and we want to hear your feedback on I'm Out, because that's a great one. Like I said, Shannon, I can relate to that, and I will tell you about that story off the air.
Yes, right, exactly.
All right, so it looks like we have a caller, 856-308. You're on the Biz with D. Who's this?
This is Teron.
What's going on, Teron?
Hi, what's up? I like your new single. I noticed some changes that you made before you was in Danity Kane. How would you say, like, the music style has changed since then?
I've always been a country girl at heart, so I think I don't think my music style's changed. I think I'm trying to reveal that next other layer to you guys. Shannon was that big side of me in Danity Kane, and that's still part of who I am. And then this next reveal is just Bex. It's the other side of me, just giving you guys more, and just revealing a little bit more of who I am. And my music, when I'm in Nashville and I'm writing, all I say is I need music that I can move to. I'm a performer. I need my fans to love it. I'm a dancer. We got to be able to dance. We got to move. So we've got some awesome things coming on the EP. So, but I'm Out definitely. It delivers. So I hope you're enjoying it.
Yep. How about I got one more question. About your album. Who did you work with? Anybody on this EP, or did you do it by yourself? Or how hard of it was a struggle for you?
I worked with some amazing writers down in Nashville, and my producer and I actually are writing a lot. And do you know who Mark Broussard is? He sings Home.
Yes, I do.
Grateful. Yeah, his the writer who did Home for him, Drew Ramsey, and Ty Smith, my producer, wrote a song on this EP called Dance With Me, and it is awesome. So it's such my heart, this EP. There's a raw, just honesty to it. I have a song called I'm a Woman. You're going to really have to hear it to understand it. And I give little sneak peeks on my Pledge music page to my pledgers, so some of them have heard some of these songs already. So if you want some sneak peeks, you can definitely head to Pledge Music, Shannon Bexon. You can find some things.
Okay. All right. Make sure you follow me on Twitter.
All right. What's your Twitter?
I followed you
Here,
already.
Hit me up right now. I'm on my Twitter. Say I just got off the phone with you, and I'll follow you.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, nice
Thanks for calling in, Saran.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sean.
Later. All right, so 310-894, you on the biz with D. Who's this?
This is C Weezy 310.
What's going on, Mr. C Weezy?
What's going on, man? It's like I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the interview. Most def. I'm out it, man. It's like, yeah, because I don't really listen to music like that, but that was on point. Shannon is doing her thing.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. I've truly been working hard for you all of our fans that you guys have been so supportive. So that means a lot to me. So thank you.
Yeah, it's like once I was feeling the vibe, I was listening, I was like, oh, okay, I like that. And so you say you got a country background. It was right.
Yeah, definitely awesome. Yeah, definitely my kind of country that I'm revealing. It's not your typical. So if you liked I'm Out, then I have no doubt you're gonna love the EP.
Okay. And when is that dropping?
I'm actually working on it, finishing up in July, so it should be dropped in
July?
after we mix and master, maybe August, September. So,
August, September.
But you can also, just check it out. You're gonna love it. It's got some really honest stuff. It's just raw, but it keeps a good backbeat. So as a performer and a dancer, you can feel it. I want all my music.
Yeah.
It's in your heart.
So can I get this single on iTunes right now?
Yes, you can. I'm Out is on iTunes right now.
Cool. All right, for sure.
All right. Thank you, Weezy.
Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome. All right, G.
Later. All right, Shannon, it looks like you got some love right now. So area code 515-421. You're on the biz with D. Who's this?
This is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Shannon. I'm a fan of yours since the DK days and since making the band. I adore you and all my DK girls. I follow you guys all on Twitter, and I try to show love to all you guys. I have I'm Out. I just downloaded it off iTunes. And I just have a quick question based on do you still talk to any of the girls from DK, and are you guys still friends?
Yeah, I do. It's easiest. We always usually message each other or DM or text, but yes, I do. I still love all my girls, and we totally love each other. There was a lot of kind of unquestionable turmoil going on, but I know some things between a few of the girls have been resolved, but the respect and just the love of what we've been through together has not ever diminished. It has been there always. So for sure. Yeah,
that's great. Do you ever see a reunion in the future? Not right now, of course, because all you guys are doing solo thing. And I don't know about Drea, but I know all the rest are doing solo thing.
Drea, you do that, girl. I need to smack her.
She does. I love Drea.
I do too. Mija, come on, girl, get it together. We just need to make a little petition, sign it, and mail it to her. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah.
I've always said this since the very day we broke up. I always could see us getting back together. Whether that's for just a great tour or just a performance or a song or something, whatever it is, I see it happening definitely in the future. But I think this moment right here for all of us as individual artists is even more powerful for us in the future. we're just redefining and defining who we are individually even more, and that only empowers what Danity Kane is. And we'll forever be Danity Kane. Like we are right now, Danity Kane, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is, so I've always been for it. But I agree. I think right now it's pretty awesome to see what everyone's doing, and it's pretty exciting. I'm excited for everyone.
Me too. I wish you guys all the best of luck, and I know your EP is going to do great, and I know everyone's going to support it.
Thank you, Brian.
So I just wanted to call and say that I love you and that I love, every one of you guys and the group. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even, like, I'm being serious. Like, I have so much love for all you guys, and I don't know. It's hard to explain through the phone, but it's great
I understand.
I can't even believe I'm talking to you, which is crazy. But
well, I hope you know, like, I love you too. I really do. I can tell your support. I appreciate you, Colin and Karen, and we never. I talk for even the girls. We appreciate all of our fans so much. You guys have truly been with us from day one, from the beginning. Our tears, you've cried with us, I'm sure. So we have a unique thing. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Brian.
Well, thank you, and wish you the best of luck. One last question. Are you and your hubby still together, which I'm sure you are, but you never know. So
yes,
that's all I got to ask.
We are. I'm actually at the dance studio, and he's teaching class right now. So, we are still together. 9 years this summer.
That makes me very happy. Congratulations. That makes me very happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for letting me. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having her on.
Oh, not a problem. I love Shannon, and she knows that, so it was only right to do it for Team DK Forever, so I had to do it for
Yes, DK Forever.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Okay, so callers, if you want to speak to Shannon, call in right now, 858-956-2110. Now, since Shannon, you want to hear some of my music, I feel like I'll go and play just a little something for you.
I think you need to. I need to hear it. Yes, we've talked about your music, and I'm excited for you.
Thank you so much. I'll play a little something. Let's see what we're going to play for Shannon. I did my own little spin on J. Cole's workout, so you can tell me, you can give me my feedback. In fact, no. Yeah. I'll play that for you. Listen to that. All right, everybody. So we'll be right back, and I'm going to play a cover that I did of J. Cole's workout, and maybe a little exclusive for y'all a little later. So here's workout. And that was my cover to J. Cole's workout. Shannon, what did you think?
Yes, I'm dancing over here. I'm like moving. I'm like ready to choreograph to it. Can I get it?
Yes.
Yes, I like it. That's smooth. That's good, boy. Good job.
Thank you.
When do I get to hear more of your stuff? When are you releasing?
I'm releasing next month.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be grabbing it.
Thinking about like 2 to 4 weeks. So.
Okay.
But I'll send you that. I'll send that your way first. So.
Okay, I want it because I choreograph, for my classes, and I teach my kids, so I want to teach them something.
Awesome. So you just mentioned that you're choreographing. You're still teaching classes. How often are you in a dance studio?
I'm in the dance studio a lot because I'm living back home, and then I travel in and out of Nashville, and between Oregon and Nashville, that's where I travel. And so when I am home, I'm in the dance studio. I'm at the Vibe Dance Center and tearing it up. And these kids are awesome. And the passion, when you teach, when you see passion in a kid, it just rekindles your passion and it just motivates you. Sometimes when you're just working and dancing and just working, you forget that honesty when you started out. So it's really nice to come back to that when I do have time and downtime and come back to teach. It's an honor to see.
That's nice. So now, are you teaching any adult classes? Because I need a Shannon 101 class, dance class.
You do? Well, shoot, we'll just have to Skype you a dance class or something.
Ooh, okay. We can do that.
Well, we work something out. We got to work something out.
Definitely. So being that you've worked with producers like Rodney Jerkins, Danger, Jim Johnson, like, what producers